All right. Good day, everybody. Good day. Good Sunday day, man. This is Michael Patterson. Make sure I'm in the screen correctly. All right. So this is our first episode of our new podcast for veterans by veterans. I will be one of the hosts of the show, Michael Patterson, 8-year military veteran. And then we also have Jamal Davis and Ken Walton. Jamal, you want to introduce yourself?
I can't barely hold on. I don't know. Something happened with a sound changed on me. I can't hear y'all.
Oh, it went away.
Testing 1, 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna back out and come back in.
Okay. All right, Ken. Can you up and going?
I think so. You hear me pretty good?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah. Ken Walton, 8-year, 3-month vet. Gotta get them 3 months in there. The U.S. Army, of course.
All day, every day. So if y'all can't hear it already, me and Ken, we from the South. So I'm from Georgia. He from Alabama. Davis, he from that state that we don't call. He not part of the South. He from Florida. So he'll be back on in a minute. So just to get going, and here you go right here. All right, let's see. Can you hear? You can hear us now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Jamal, 21-year veteran. Been retired now for about 2 years now. It feels like it was just yesterday, but that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
21 years, man. Hey, he the one made it out of all of us, man.
I wasn't supposed to be the one.
Right. That's what everybody say, man. You always say you were gonna be the first one out, man. Man, swim before you slip, I'm gone, man.
Davis.
Bruh. I thought I knew. I thought I knew it, and switched duty stations and came back to Fort Carson, and it changed for me. I kind of realized I just grew up. That's basically what happened. I grew up and figured out what the military was about, and actually fell in love with it. And here we are 21 years later. I'm retired, and if I had good health, I wish I could go back in.
Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that. The crazy thing about it, how old are you, Jamal?
I'm 40 right now, but in a couple of weeks, I'll get one more year older, unfortunately, but it's all good.
All right, Ken. Oh, well, how old are you, man?
Oh man, 44, and turned 44 in December.
All right, 44. I'm 40. I'm getting ready to turn 41, and all of us are semi-retired.
Mm-hmm.
I put the semi on there because we still kind of dibble and dabble here and there and here. But we don't. By the grace, we don't have to go clock in at anybody's job. It's a want to for us right now, and so I think with having this podcast with all three of us, it's something that's monumental because you don't hear about us guys like us every day. You hear the other side, you hear the bad side, and so I wanted us to be able to come on and tell our story, man, tell our side of what it was like being a veteran, or what it was like being a soldier in the United States Army and serving our country. And then, we'd be able to tell our stories of, what happened after that. So Jamal, you being new to this whole retirement situation, you being new to it. So, you still got the milk on your breath. So, hey, Ken, can you? No. Let me go to Jamal first. because I met him first. So do you remember the first time me and you met?
Yeah, I do. Now specific dates and stuff. Nah, we ain't going there. But
Yeah.
I know it was around winter times, winter of 1998. It was getting ready to turn 99.
Right.
And you was coming in, and I seen you with your bags, and I remember nobody helped me with mine, so I was like, man, let me help this dude with his bag. So I was like, hey man, you need a hand? I grabbed one of your duffels and something else, and we ended up, hitting it off. Okay, so yeah, we ended up hitting it off from that point on. So that's basically the day. That's the first day I had met you.
Right, and that's exactly the same here, man. And I was hating life because I'm from Georgia. I don't see no snow, all this snow on the ground, man. I'm like, man, listen, man, I'm talking about I was about to go into depression, Now I know that, but I was like sad. I was like, man, do I have to stay here? And then as soon as I come around the corner, man, I'm struggling with my bags. I'm mad. I'm like, man. And then I meet Jamal. He like, man, let me help you with your bags. Him and I been kicking it. What, I've been 20, let's see, that's 22 years?
20-some odd years, man.
Yeah, 20-some years. We've been kicking ever since then. And now, Ken, tell your story how me and you met, and then we'll go into how you and Jamal met.
Man, I got to the unit in 99.
I think you get 99, yeah.
Yeah, coming out of Korea. And out of the little receptionist part or whatever, the first person I meet as opposed to S1, the people in S1, getting my stuff together and stuff. In fact, I had my bags just like just like y'all did, have my bags down there. In fact, I came down and said, asked me I need some help. I was like, sure. So he took my bags and took them up, dropped them off by the room. And as I came up to the room, to tell him I appreciate it, for helping me out, that was gone. He was gone. I didn't know where he went, down the hall, wherever, but little did I know he was right across the hallway there. That went right back in the room. So I'll catch it later. Because I don't know if I had got your name right away, but because I couldn't remember. I was like, I got the bags in there. I was in there in the room with Vasquez.
Right.
Vasquez was on leave. Because when I came, I think everybody was getting blocked leave or something like that.
Yeah, it was cool.
Vasquez was on leave, man. And I'm in the room where I'm a roommate, but I'm on his side pumping his damn stereo. I done broke myself in the room. I ain't even met the dude yet, but yeah, that's how I met Pat. And I guess from there, the crew invited me downstairs to the room.
Right.
Yeah, the initiation, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and so
Roscoe.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I met the crew. I said, all right, it's gonna work out just fine.
Right. And and the crazy thing about it, man, I was just thinking about that the other day, how we all met, and it was in a form of service. Davis yielded that service to me. Then I ran into Walt. He was struggling with his bags. I yielded that service to him, and 20-some years later, man, we still rocking, man, and it all started on helping somebody with their bags, and the crazy thing about the room you was in, Walt, because I don't think, Davis, you wasn't on that floor. You was upstairs.
Yeah, I was upstairs, and they moved my section sergeant in my room with me, which was awesome.
And then I think we all, it was downstairs. Then I think we all went to, I think Penny had some in his room.
Yeah, it
Penny,
was you.
Penny always had some in his room.
Yeah, it was either Penny or it was the two Sams or whatever. The guys downstairs, Nevis, Sam,
Yeah,
Hawaii.
that's who it was. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was great, man. The good old days, man. You know, that's when the Army, you know, some say the Army was the Army, you know. So, but I don't know nothing about that. I left. You know, where you know, Davis, you the expert on that one, man.
Hey, I don't want to be like one of those guys that you know, one of the old guys that's, oh man, it was hard and my dad had to walk 4 miles in the snow both ways, you know, like I'm not doing that. So I mean, it's different. It's definitely different, and for our time frame, it was what it was, and I definitely missed that time. I wish we could go back and make some adjustments, but at the same time, hey, I learned a lot during that period of time for sure.
That cohesion and that, yeah.
Right, that was a good stuff. And few
play hard.
Oh man, don't get me. Listen, listen. In future episodes, we're gonna bring all that out, man. All that to the table. Low rider. Everybody, y'all gonna understand who Low Rider is, but we ain't gonna bring him out the bag just yet, you know. So hey, so let me ask y'all guys this, man. This movie just came out, you know, and I remember back in the day, the big movie was it was Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. So now the big movie just came out on Friday, Coming to America. Now, what are y'all thoughts on
it? You go first this time. It's your turn.
Well, look, I've looked at it 3 times in 3 days. The first 2 times I looked at it, I fell asleep on it. The first time I looked at it, I probably was up maybe 15 minutes and I slept through the rest of the movie. So then yesterday I said, well, you know, I'm going to try it again. And I watched everything that I watched before. I got 30 more minutes and I fell asleep again. Or it's still about a good 20, 25 minutes of the movie. I'm lost, you know. So I know the first part of the movie, and then the last part of the movie, I saw that part where he went to Queens, you know. So that kind of brought it back for me, you know. So I'm kind of on the fence. You know, I think it was one of them that I don't think they had to mess with it. You know, I know everybody wanna reboot and do all this other stuff, but some stuff, man, it's just best left alone.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Me, I was just overexcited about seeing all those folks and all them working together. You know, Wesley Snipes making a comeback. Always good to see Eddie Murphy. I think it was more just like a reunion as I watched it, and seeing all of who they were going to bring in, you know, cameos and stuff like that with Shaq and Michael Blackson and everything like that.
Right.
I think I just enjoyed that more so than the actual storyline.
Gotcha.
All over again, yeah.
I mean, that first half of that movie was it was rough, but I realized that he was, you know, I realized Eddie Murphy and Arsenio was trying to let the younger group come in there and do their thing, and he pretty much let everybody that he brought back in there, you know, shine and do their thing, which was cool. But that original movie was pretty much Eddie carried that movie, and we wanted to see Eddie, you know, do his thing again. You know, we ain't seen him in a while. It's like we grew up watching them, so it's like almost like family, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, man, hey, Uncle Eddie back, man. We about to see this, and then he just falls back. I mean, he holds his own, he does his thing, but he falls back and kind of lets those other comedians get in there and do their part. So I kind of realized that at the end. Plus, I also realized it seemed like he kind of tailored it toward this generation
Yeah.
Right.
comedy.
I noticed.
It didn't, it wasn't like he was, all right, I'm back. Nah. He kind of tailored it to this new generation of comedians and us watching. So
Yeah.
Right. Because I think the first part that I saw, to me, it seemed more like a play. Like maybe like a musical.
yeah, just did all that singing.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, if y'all ain't got my man, I believe the children's are our
Oh
future.
yeah. Russell, what's his name? Rick Ross
Uh,
or something like that.
I can't remember his name, man. But if you ain't got him singing, man, I didn't really want to hear anybody else singing,
Yeah.
But they kind of did their thing, and you're right, they did gear towards this newer generation
Generation.
because my daughters they really like it, so it's a home run with them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat Gibbons, right? Uh,
That first 30 minutes, it was filmed in Tyler Perry's studio. I almost
uh-huh.
thought it was a Tyler Perry movie because all the dang on singing, and I was like, damn, you gonna have a
Singing.
funeral? And they brought out In Vogue and Salt and
Yeah.
Pepper. And, damn, what's going on?
right, right, you right, they did bring on it's always good to see Involved in Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
It is. It
I
is.
forgot about that part. Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I was waiting for Mr. Brown to jump out the bushes on him, bro. I'm like, hold on now. I thought this was coming to America. Now what's going on? All
Yeah.
this food.
I know, right?
Right. Oh man. So let me ask y'all this, man. And this is the big topic going on right now with in our nation with the COVID, and all that's going on. Um, I guess it's like a two-part question. One, what do y'all think of COVID? And two, how has COVID affected you all?
It's a hoax. Nah, I'm playing. I'm playing.
That is an hoax.
I couldn't help it, man.
Oh man,
Man,
it's a hoax.
obviously, it's a very serious disease. The world has been affected. Here in the States, we over 500,000 people that passed away.
Right.
But the part that kills me the most is we still have people walking around here talking about it's a hoax. So we got, if you put your mask on, you're a sheep. Or
Yeah.
matter of fact, I sent you guys a video earlier today where they had parents had their kids in front of a 55-gallon drum, burning masks
Burning the mask.
Right.
and cheering them. I'm like, okay, well, I had half of mine to tell them go ahead and throw the books that y'all don't read in there too, since we doing all this.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Um,
Man. I don't know what to say about this virus, man. I don't know what to say about it. What I've seen is enough for me. I can't keep up with everything I've been hearing, but just seeing all of what I have, that's enough to convince me, put a mask on. I ain't gonna lie, it's been days I ain't feel like wearing it. I don't like wearing it.
Right.
But if these folks say, hey, you want to come in this store, you want to come in this park, this wherever, we require you, you know, just like they always been saying, shirt, shoes, and now a mask. Put your mask on. But as far as life changing, I mean, I wasn't never doing a whole lot, but I never realized with all these restrictions and stuff, I never had to think about where I'm going. I always got to go. I park somewhere, go to the store, got to go back, get my mask, got to keep the
Right.
distance. I ain't gonna lie, I got snubbed so many times because I see people, I know and love, and I kind of want to dap them up and hug them and everything, but damn, oh yeah, I forgot,
Right.
6 feet, but um, so it is socially life changing. Um, all the information, I think we have enough information as far as I'm concerned to convince anyone to mask up, put on some PPE, stay back 6 feet, stay in the house, get somewhere and sit down. I think it's enough information out there, regardless of how exaggerated you think it is. They're overdoing this. Enough for me, and it scared the shit out of me thus far, and I already ended up in the hospital with it.
Right.
Good thing I ain't have to use no respirator or anything like that, but it's that
Crazy.
scare.
Right.
Yeah, that scare. Yeah.
Wow.
That was enough for me. Yeah.
I just wanted to add something because you had kind of touched on it. The social thing. It kind of another piece to that is I'll speak for myself. You know, with the mental health aspect of going to the VA and getting services and stuff done, that kind of changed the game up too, because now that mental health person that you were talking to or whatever, because they kind of, at least in my case, they kind of become a friend because they know you inside and out. They know your worst day and they know some of your best days, but they know you. And not being able to go see that person and talk to them in person kind of changed the game up too when they start doing the telehealth services and stuff like that. So definitely big time change.
Now, do you all think that we were in the military during 9/11, and things have never went back to how it was. You know, we from the days where you could literally, your flight leave at 10 o'clock, you could pull up at 9:45 and get on the plane.
You can't do that no more.
Can't do that no more. Our kids will never know of that. So do you all think that with the mask and how COVID has affected the world, do you all think we will ever get back to how it was pre-COVID?
They had this similar thing going on back in 1918, where I've seen pictures of them literally look just like us, sitting with masks on. I like to say things are gonna get back to normal. They did before, and I don't believe it's gonna be a new norm. I think it's gonna eventually get back to normal. You get what they call complacent, and you get relaxed, and it's like bump it. I guess it's gone. You're watching everyone else and what's going on and everywhere else, and we gonna forget about it. We're gonna move on. Yeah, it's gonna eventually get that way.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, and the thing I would add to it is we would probably be us and probably Europe would be the main. Hold on, dang, I'm trying to figure this camera out. Anyways, would probably be the main ones that would go back to normal. Do I think we should go back to normal? No. Just traveling. My time in the military, traveling around, I've seen these other countries, and when they had like flu season, they would have the mask on. Back then, we're talking, 20 years back, they would have the mask on back then. And these countries are kind of the ones that have not suffered as bad as we have, are the ones that already had, stuff going on in their country. So they have adjusted. But I wholeheartedly believe, like Walt said, that we will go back to normal, and then something else will kick off, and then we'll go through this whole thing all over.
Right back through it again.
Right. At one point, man, I thought about getting my NBC mask and just walk around. I ain't got to worry about nothing then, man. Just Mount level 5, man. That's where I'm going. I'm going right off the bat.
You're gonna have the raincoat on and everything.
Everything. Everything with the Kevlar, man, ready to go.
Ready to go.
And so because me, I'm high risk. So I got diagnosed with sarcoidosis about 5 years ago, and so I'm high risk. So I was already kind of taking a lot of precautions. Wearing gloves, doing masks. I was kind of already doing that, keeping my distance from people. I wouldn't do a whole lot of dapping up. I had quit shaking hands. I would do elbow bumps or fist bumps. So I had already started doing that. So when it became something national, it really wasn't so major for me because I had already kind of stepped out of the, or, you know, the I guess you call it the limelight. I'd already kind of stepped away from it, you know. So even when I flew, I would fly and I would try to make sure that nobody would sit next to me. I was kind of one of them persons, so
It was like Monk.
right, exactly, but not on the scale he was on, maybe and so not even now, I'm still doubled up, I wear gloves, I remember one of my boys, he was like, P, I ain't never heard of it saying you can get it in your hands, because I had on some gloves.
He said, "Yeah, gloves on them."
I said, "Man, listen," I said, "I ain't taking no chances because I might have those gloves on." And now, picking back off what you had said, Walt, about being cautious of where you're about to go, what you're about to go do. Like now, it's a whole thinking process. It's not, well, I'm gonna go to the store and get me a soda or get me some. Now going to the store, man, you gotta, hey, do I have my mask? Some people wear goggles. Do I got my hand sanitizer? Do I got my little cleaning wipes? Do I got my Lysol? Do I have all that stuff? And then when you get the stuff from the grocery store, some people they wipe it down. So it's a whole process that we're going through, and it's not the easiest, but what's the alternative?
Exactly.
What's the alternative? So the main thing that my heart go out to is for the youth, because they're in the prime of their lives. My second daughter, she graduated, and she can't do all the stuff that my oldest daughter did, or that we did, going to prom and doing all that stuff, going to graduation. They're gonna have graduation at the football field, and all the chairs are 10 feet apart. So they won't be able to homecoming dance. She her senior year, she's not gonna be able to experience all that stuff. So my heart really goes out to them.
And that affects people like throughout life. Like as we sitting here now, we talking about the prom. That's gonna be something she's gonna talk about and remember for forever. All these social events and everything like that. That's like that's one of our like basic human needs is socializing, interaction. Yeah, we need that. Especially when someone's down in the hospital, sick or something like that. It's therapeutic for someone to visit you. Just stop by, say, "Hey, what's up?" or whatever, anything, any kind of the touching, the communication and everything, the eye contact. We actually need that. They even have people go to nursing homes and stuff to talk to these people and stuff like that because they know this is something they need. It keeps them going, it gets them motivated. And so with this social thing with these kids, I mean, we can probably tough it out. We done been out in them woods out there, doing what we do. We got a little bit of endurance in that area, but these kids, man, this is their thing. This is what they do. This is how these are the years they express themselves. They're doing things, their interaction and their conversation, coming up with the lingo, the new lingo, all this stuff. These are those years, and it's gonna affect the rest of their lives.
You're absolutely right. So let me ask y'all this: what do y'all think about the vaccine?
I'm taking it.
I got no issue. I had no issue with the vaccine. I don't think it's fake, and I know there's a certain individual that wants his credit for the vaccine, so I guess we better give him his credit. But outside of that, I'm happy that we got we got Moderna, we got Pfizer, and we got what Johnson and Johnson now.
Johnson and
Yeah,
Johnson.
Johnson and Johnson. Yeah, yeah.
So,
And
hey,
think about it. All this stuff that the military that stuck you with. We went into that thing you had to get in line and they had bullets on
Right,
both sides and all
right,
that
yeah,
stuff.
you
Man,
got shots on both
we
sides.
went- ain't no
right,
need for any one of us to act scared now.
right.
Smallpox, anthrax, the
All
peanut
that, man.
butter
I
shot.
still remember. Yeah, get that sleeve up on
Yeah,
both
get the
sides.
sleeves up on both sides.
Pop, pop,
Yeah.
pop, pop. How you feel? Feel like a
Yeah.
soldier. Go over there and sit down for 10 minutes.
Hey, at
Like
least
some
you
damn
got, how you feel. It was usually next.
Next.
Hey, I just so happened to have it was a female lieutenant who was on my line, man, and she was just asking there. Like I just got the luck of the draw. Everybody else got the nicks. Shut up, brother. They got all that. Oh man. So no, so let me ask y'all this. How do we, because in our communities do not trust the government and they do not trust this vaccine. So how do we relate our confidence into our community? How do we bring that confidence to them?
I believe, man, we gotta lead by example. So we gotta get the shot. We gotta make sure our family is getting a shot and do what we can to protect them. And we gotta go talk to, especially our, in my case, grandparents, aunties, uncles, and be like, hey, man, you guys being older are high risk, and we want you around so that when this does slow down, we can get a hug and we can have dinner together and break bread.
Right.
So I need you to go get this shot. I've already gotten it. I don't have any issues. There is a chance that you may have a allergic reaction to it, but they can treat that. And like you said the other day, rather them treat that allergic reaction than try to treat death, because that's not curable.
That's it. Yeah. That's it.
All right. Well, yeah, man. We gonna be in full force out here, helping our communities, get past, and in our communities, we do have. It's not like it's something false with vaccines in our communities from the past, but we're trusting that, especially from our experience, we just gonna trust and keep it moving,
Well, the good part at this time is the whole world suffering too. So
that's right.
The cure ain't just for us. If the cure was just for us, I probably wouldn't take it.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. It would be an exception to that rule.
Everybody takes it. Okay.
So all right, fella, we finna get ready to close up episode 1, man. I always enjoy, talking to y'all, man. It brightens up my day, man. And no matter, I don't care if we hadn't talked in 2-3 years, 5 years. I don't think we ain't went that long. I probably said we probably don't
where we left off.
We pick up exactly where we left off at, man. Like
Just keep it going.
Just keep it going, man. And so that's what I want to be able to share. The bond that we have of friendship, man, and camaraderie, and everybody in the world, man, they need to see us. They need to be a part of this, man. So anybody that's watching this, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, please leave your comments. So Ken, I'm gonna start with you. I don't call him Ken, but he got Ken up there. So Ken, I'm gonna start with you, man. Your closing, how you want to close it out, and then let the people know where they can find you at as far as your social media platforms.
Well, in closing, like we talked a lot about socializing, and I want to get a little bit into how important it is. Everybody don't realize it, but all 3 of us were in the same units 3 different jobs.
Right.
And I was in one job, y'all were in maintenance and NBC, and what it takes to go out there and do your job is support. You know, you got everybody can't do the same thing. You need supply, you need I mean, you need beans and bullets, you need it all. Uh, and the same way it works in our society, you know, everybody needs support. Everybody should have a support group and check on your people. You know, stop with the, well, they ain't called me. I ain't they got my number type thing. Lead
Right.
by like Davis has said earlier, lead by example. You know, give them a call, bug them to death if you got to, especially with what's going on now in this pandemic. Davis also spoke about mental health. A lot of people are going through it right now, especially veterans. They don't have those avenues they had before where they could walk in and talk to somebody. There's all these obstacles in between, and it don't take much for a person going through something mentally to be shunned away. It could be anything, you know. It don't take much. So keep your support group alive. You know, you might, and you may not realize it. You might be the leader of your support group. People are looking up to you. You don't even realize it. So check on your people, your battle buddies.
Right.
You know, check on your family. Check on your friends. You know, check on these folks. You go to church with these people. You pray with them, eat with them, and everything else. Check up on them because everybody needs a support group. The same way I did in the military, our unit. Everybody had different jobs because we all supported one another.
Right. All right, First Sergeant.
Ain't no first on here, man. Hey, I'm leaning the same way what Keelan said. You know, check on your people, make sure everybody's okay, and you know, in this blitzkrieg like media age that we in right now, where there's a whole bunch of information, be mindful. That's what I want to say. Be mindful of what you're putting up here, putting in your head, listening to, and you know, so you don't fall in the trap where you out here saying some crazy things that's not based on any fact, anything at all. Like if we all 3 brothers right here, we don't see eye to eye all the time, but we can all agree on facts. And if we can't have a conversation where we can agree that 5 + 5 is 10, then it don't work no more. So I would just say, hey, get out here and like pay attention to where this information is from. If you don't know who Q is, you might want to slow down with what you watching or reading and things of that sort. That's what we got.
All right, until next time, peeps. We'll holler at you later. We gotta leave with some type of military saying or something.
Well, I mean, it's so many of them because there's 3 of us and we've been in all kinds of different units. So, which one you in, man?
No, they close us out with the end of the day, First Sergeant.
At the end of the day.
End of the day formation.
COB.
Yeah, COB formation.
What you trying to get me to do? I'm not getting ready to call no platoon to attention, company to attention, and all that foolishness. What is? And I know you ain't trying to get me to sing no Army song, so I know that ain't happening.
Oh, man. All right, y'all. Till next time, man. Peace. Chuck.
Later.
All right, bro.